Trip After Party on the Power Trip Podcast Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip After Party Podcast. My name is Zach Halverson here with Marney Gellner from Fox Sports North. Marney?
Hello, Zach. After the party, it's the after party.
And after the
Party,
are we
it's
still
the
allowed to sing this
hotel
song?
lobby. You know, R. Kelly is a terrible human being, but what a singer. I love, remix to Ignition
it's
is
so
one
good.
of my
As John
all-time
Greasel would say, that's a
favorite
hot
songs.
cut.
I was at my buddy Jake's
What a
wedding
horrible person.
in October.
You have friends?
Yes. And Jake,
What's that
he's a
like?
great guy, and great wedding. DJ puts that song on, half the dance floor left. People were like,
Really?
Yeah.
Because of
it was,
Yeah.
the
and I
singer.
felt
Oh,
I'm normally pretty good with it. I felt uncomfortable with it. It was weird.
This might burn some bridges. We don't have to name names, obviously, but have you ever been to a bad wedding
Yes.
where you're like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
because
I
of the,
have.
the
Yeah.
bride and groom?
No,
or the,
just
the
like
party?
it was just
The-
all in general. It was a
Yeah.
yeah.
I went last year.
What made it bad?
It was, I don't think anybody on that side of the family listens, but on a boat on the St. Croix, which was an interesting concept, but the weather was so windy, and then the DJ was terrible.
Yeah, the DJ
Oh,
can set
my
the
God.
tone, man.
Please, invest in a good DJ.
Invest in a good photographer and a good DJ.
Yeah. Everything else, whatever, but, I mean, if you're having at a fucking VFW, I don't
Get
care.
Jordan from
Yeah.
Go 96 as your DJ.
There you go.
Yeah, that was one of the big mistakes we made. Is I don't think we cheaped out on the photographer. We definitely didn't vet our photographer well enough.
Yeah.
And when we interviewed her, and obviously she's trying to secure the job, she's trying to close us on the deal, right? Everything we said, she was like, absolutely, absolutely, that sounds great, blah, 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 blah. And we kept saying over and over and over again, we don't want staged glamour shots. We want as many natural
Candid,
photos
yeah.
as
Yeah.
possible. We want just take pictures of us when we're not paying attention. We're not Angie and I are not stare at the camera and smile kind of people. So she's like, got it, love it, perfect, no big deal. All we got was, all right, stand in front of this. Okay, smile. It's like, okay, I know she's doing this now,
were
but
you
I hope
listening,
she's
Meets Us?
taking the other ones when we're not paying attention. And then we got the pictures back, and 80% of them felt really forced. I'm like, that's exactly what we asked not for.
Listen, lady, come on.
Come on.
We spent most of our money for our wedding. We put most of it into the kegs and
That's
open
smart.
bar at the
Yeah.
reception and pizza at 10 p.m. or
Oh, pizza
whatever.
wheels.
So important.
it
Yes.
was
You
the
have to have a
party.
midnight snack. That's very important.
Ham sandwiches and potato salad. They got to come out at some point.
Yeah, fine.
People forget
Perfect.
that.
Ham sandwiches whale. With
Hey.
pickles.
Total change of topic, Marnie, but I'm just curious. You know, Sauce and I have to go on PA's show here in a little bit because we're recording this right after the show on Wednesday morning. We got to do this Stump the Sports Snob. Is that what
yeah.
the game of it is?
Yeah.
I played it.
It's sports trivia. You've played it.
Yeah, I didn't do well.
Oh,
but
okay. What genre of trivia do you think you would excel at the most? Like, if you play Trivial Pursuit, what category is your wheelhouse? Because
Not
you're a
g-
sports person, but
Yes, but I'm not good at trivia, period.
Oh.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's the pressure of a question and think and that kind of
you're
stuff.
good at initials, though. You've gotten at least 2 every time you've
Yeah.
played.
No, I've gotten exactly 2.
Except for when
no
you
more,
won.
no less.
Except for when you
you're
won.
right. You're right. I did win.
You did win. It was the best.
Seth!
It's one of my favorite initials. That's a top 10 initials moment ever.
It was, yeah.
For me as well. Maybe something really soft like 90s pop culture. Like,
Ooh.
yeah. Like 90s SNL.
Interesting.
To get very specific?
Well, what if I, for next Wednesday, put together some kind of 90s SNL trivia? Although the thing that sucks is I would like to take you on because that's my wheelhouse, too.
Same.
Really?
I loved... Well, I still love SNL, but I've
I'll
loved
do
SNL
it.
since the 90s.
I'll put it together.
Challenge accepted.
All right, I'll put it together. Reminder, Tuesday night.
Classic sauce procrastination. Damn it! That's today?
Are
Shit.
you guys good trivia? Like I've heard
Yeah, I
you
think
when I'm
so.
driving home. I've heard you stump the snob stuff. You guys are very good.
He's good.
Yeah, but what's weird is I've surprised myself playing that game the last couple of months because these two like sports way more than I do. Their memory when it comes to sports is better than me. I've gotten
That's
a little
it for
lucky
me.
winning as often as I have because they both know more about sports than I do, especially recent sports. Like, actually, have you noticed that, Sauce? And I'm not trying. I hope Nordo doesn't listen to this ever, but when he does
Why
a
would he
question
listen
like
to this?
Top 15 pitchers with ERA from last year, I'm fucked. Like, I have zero chance. But if it is like, hey, give me a Cy Young Award winner in the last 20 years, I have a shot because it can go back to when I really did care about sports still, like in my early 20s or late teens or something.
Yeah.
When he goes recent, I struggle. Right? When he did NBA MVPs in the last 20 years, we nailed every one of them.
I mean,
it's just like, that's my wheelhouse. Every time he goes recent, I'm like, man, I stopped caring like 4 years ago. I'm in big trouble. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
like, how about even,
it's fun,
like
though,
last
man.
week, I think it was quarterbacks who were drafted this year.
You got one.
I think I got one, and just my mind went blank because I'm like, oh, man, I have no idea. And I watched a lot of the draft and followed it, but had immediately blocked all of that out of my brain because I just don't care. If it was name the 20 guys who have won the World Series of Poker main event in the last 20 years, I probably
there
could
you
get
go.
almost
There you
all of
go.
them.
Yeah.
Because I care about that.
Go.
I watch that. Do it?
Yeah.
Since Moneymaker?
Hold on. Zach, will you look him up? Look up the people that have won
Since Chris Moneymaker.
the World Series of Poker since Chris Moneymaker. Tell me when you have it.
Let me here.
Because
While
I know
you guys
you're
talk,
looking
let me
up
start writing them down. Hang on.
inappropriate shit. Did you find it?
I don't even know who Chris Moneymaker is.
He started the boom.
Yeah, he was huge.
Is that his real name?
Yes,
Yes.
and that's
No
part of
way!
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's part of the genius of the Moneymaker effect, as we call it. Is it was like good old boys country in the poker world, right? It was all these like old, just crotchety poker pros and not a lot of the Doyle Brunsons of the world, and not a lot of amateurs. And then this kind of redneck looking hick named Chris Moneymaker wins it in 2003, and every amateur poker player in the world, myself included, was like, I want to do that.
I got a shot
Like,
now.
if Moneymaker can do it, the rest of us can do it. So there was a huge poker boom after he won
Great.
for about 5, 6, 7 years, and then they made internet poker illegal, except for like now 2 or 3 or 4 states, and it's dipped since then. But it's all of the poker on TV in the last 20 years is because he won on ESPN in 2003.
Okay. Well, shake your money, man.
Well, I mean, just the prizes for the winner. 2000, 1.5 million. 2001, 1.5 million. 2002, 2 million. 2003, 2.5 million. That's when Moneymaker won.
Okay, I was going to say don't give me the rest of the names.
2004, 5 million. It
All right.
doubled.
so it
You
jumped.
have them all.
and then
right?
it
jumped.
tripled within 2 years, and then it went up to 12 million in 4 years.
Well, I'll learn poker for those.
I got them
jackpots.
all. Let me know when you're ready.
You in
The
order?
hell is
No,
this?
I'm just writing them down. I already have.
It's a
8.
letter opener.
Hang
Is it
on.
really? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be darned. I've never seen a letter opener before.
Really?
No, I've never seen this before, honestly. I thought it was a weapon.
Really? Well, yeah. I mean,
You can't
it
bring this
looks
on
like
a
a
plane.
knife.
How are you
Old
supposed to
people
open up
have
a
them.
letter on a plane?
Old people have them. My grandma had one.
Oh, that's pretty slick, though. And, very hygienic nowadays with people licking those things. Just split it right open with this.
Good thing you're touching it.
Got some tweets about pickles are the worst. What the?
Those people can get
Zach,
fucked.
You're so right.
I actually have a question
are you
for you,
5?
Zach, off topic, but as long as Corey is composing a list, I feel like I have time.
I'm
Sure.
to
add.
8. I'm struggling now.
I followed your Twitter quite a bit over the weekend.
Sure.
What is your infatuation, history, knowledge, all of that? How do you have the ability to follow so many sites? Is it a technological thing on your computer, or is it a fascination with police scanners, or how were you
A little
giving
bit
us
of
all this
both.
information?
I had my laptop and I had an iPad and my phone, and so I was able to monitor like basically all the 4 main local news sites, and then I of course had the TV, so was kind of going and just scanning through them every once in a while to see if there was anything interesting. I had the first night. I was mainly monitoring the live, like it's called Unicorn Riot, which was like an independent organization thing that they go on and they stream and they're on the street. It was a lot of independent because the local news didn't really start doing this till like Friday.
Yeah, until it was got real bad.
Yep.
So before that, it was very tough to track all that down. But yeah, and it just kind of became like, and I tweeted this too. It was like, there was really good stuff on each of the 4 stations, but there was also a lot of dead stuff too. And it was really for other people, myself included, it was like trying to find the good stuff when it happened. And so eventually it was almost like an NFL red zone type of thing.
Yeah, Octobox.
For you had
your own Octobox
for local news riot coverage and stuff. And then when I would see something that was really good, usually it was Mike Max doing something cool or whatever. Say go to WCCO, but sometimes Julie and Randy had something really good over in 11. So
will you do that with a big news story? Something happens, something's breaking, or is that just your instinct to be like, I want to see this and I want to see all the information coming in and I'm going to spew this
a little
to the
bit.
people
and this is will be so. I really have a big interest in breaking news coverage. So like I watched a lot of. All like the main huge stories like 9/11. I was 6 years old, but I found on YouTube all the news coverage and watched a lot of it and kind of learned. And then obviously was a whole different thing last week. But
so did this encompass you? For a week, or for let's say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Had a little mini command center, if you will. But
yes.
It was
Do you have a police scanner?
Not
apps,
a physical
right?
one. But Hennepin County, at least the Minneapolis one, it was available the first night, but they changed or something. They took it off, so it wasn't available unless you.
There are so many fascinating layers to everything from whether it's Antifa coming in, whether it's white supremacists pretending to be Antifa, the hack on the security system, the number of layers to the events, all which center around the murder of George Floyd. I'm not trying to minimize that one bit, but holy crap, is there a lot to absorb and sort through.
Mm-hmm. No, it developed very quickly, and it was. Just over a few days, it was. It went for. Just think about it. A week ago, we were barely even talking about this.
Well, the breaching of the security system itself. Is that not a major hack? Was it the government, the state capitol?
They're called. I think it was. They were saying it was anonymous or whatever, but
somehow somebody got into their computer system, got all the passwords and potential confidential emails and things like that.
That's huge. The firebombing of the Apple Valley Police Department or whatever.
Those guys got arrested, right?
They got caught, yeah. But it's crazy, and there's still a lot of license plates. We got a hotel right here by the station. People from all over the country here for hopefully mostly good reasons. Maybe they're just wanting to be a part of the protest, but.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we can do it.
You can verify. I haven't looked, right?
No,
I haven't looked it up.
You wouldn't cheat.
I think I have 15 of the 17.
Oh, my God.
I think.
All right.
This is not in order. So this is all post Moneymaker. Hossein Ensan won it last year.
Right.
I think John Sin was the winner before that.
Yep.
Let's go Joe McKeon maybe the year before that? Or Scott Blumfield the year before that?
You're close on the Scott thing, but it's not Blumfield.
Okay, but Blumfield won though.
But it wasn't his. Not Blumfield.
Is it Bloomfield?
No.
What?
No.
What's his name?
Scott Blumstein.
Blumstein. Okay, close. You met him, Sauce.
Yeah, I met him. He was sweet.
I thought it was Bloomfield.
He's super
so
nice
Blumstein,
dude.
got it. That's like a half point. Joe McKeon. Mm-hmm. Martin Jacobson.
Yep.
Joe Cata.
Yep.
Ryan Reese.
Yep.
Pius Hines.
Yep.
Greg Raymer.
Pius?
He's
How's
German.
your Pius?
Pius Hines. Pius, I
Let's
believe.
see your Pius.
Greg Raymer.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Yang.
That's too
Yep.
far.
Joe
I
Hashem.
apologize, Marney.
Yep.
Jonathan Duhamel. Greg Merson.
Dumel.
Greg Mercy. Yep.
I forget. I don't remember Wynn's first name. What does it start with?
Q.
Oh, I think it was just Quee Wynn.
We win. Yep.
Okay, so that's a half point. So I think that's my whole list. Give me who am I forgetting? Give me the initials, or at least the first initial.
It was on my laptop. I couldn't cross it off. But did you do Jamie Gold?
Oh, fuck no.
JG.
Oh, you You idiot.
I mean, he was honestly. That's kind of ridiculous that I
say
forgot
Peter
Jimmy Gold.
Eastgate?
I did not get Eastgate.
go.
No. So those are the two I missed: Eastgate and Gold.
That's
Both
really
gettable,
impressive.
by the way, though too.
Idiot.
Gold's I should
Really
have got
impressive,
Gold.
Core. Let's
But
go.
again, that's it's not
Because
even,
you
that's,
care.
That's
Yeah.
not my
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's the brag. That's my Super Bowl.
That's your
Like,
wheelhouse.
Watching the main event of the World Series of Poker
Yeah.
is I DVR it. I'll do the elliptical and watch it through like 6 times throughout the course of a year. So
You should
for a lot
definitely
of those
brag about
guys,
that.
I've
Yeah,
seen it.
that's-
Right,
that'll-
I've seen it so many times that it's stuck into my brain because I care. Because I want to be in that chair someday. I want to be a November Niner, even though it's in July.
Is that realistic for you?
No.
Why not? Moneymaker did it.
No. Well, almost always out of the 9 players that get to the final table, about 7 or 8 deserve it, and maybe 1 or 2 sneaks through that you're like, all right, I could be that guy. But there's also 8,000 other people that are trying to be that guy. It's not impossible. It's just a probability thing. It's
Okay.
very, very, very unlikely.
Are they just better than you?
Yes, they're better. A lot of them are pros, so their job is to study and try and focus. Sauce and I have a mutual friend that's a Minnesota Poker Hall of Famer named Blake Bond. He finished 23rd once, and he's 1,000 times better than me. He happens to be my coach, and he's a shitty coach based on my results.
You have a coach.
Well, it's a very informal thing, but yeah, I essentially get
Okay.
coaching
I love
from the
it.
top
I love
player
it.
in the state. But he's got 23rd. He's made a couple of deep runs in the main, but he's infinitely better than me. And getting 23rd to me seems impossible, and he did that. So we've had Minnesotans make deep runs, but I think most of the people that are making deep runs in those events are significantly better than I am.
Well, that's sweet.
Has
But
anyone,
it's not impossible.
Have any of you made a run out to Mystic in the last week?
No, Chris.
Oh, Zach did.
Before
You did.
right, you did. But Chris was going to maybe go today, right, outside of other circumstances. But he was planning on going this week.
Yeah.
But
What was it like,
Zach's
Zach?
been there.
Very normal.
Very normal?
Very normal. I would say, other than, so you walk in and then you like look down at this little kiosk thing that reads your face. And
Yeah,
how
for fever.
you're-
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah.
Temperature scan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So literally just from here to probably 2 feet in front of my face. And
Because
then,
there's one entrance.
well,
right, they're
had
funneling-
a couple, I think.
Okay.
So the one I went, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I saw
There
this.
was, I
God,
feel
it's
like, when
weird.
they
It's still
opened,
weird
but-
seeing National Guard like. That's just crazy.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah, there's a couple of trucks on Highway 100 right now.
Yeah.
National Guard trucks.
crazy.
It is
But-
crazy.
Anyway, I say
Yeah.
this, actually, I'll connect that with this because I walked into that casino and it was the most normal the world had felt in months for me.
What day?
Thursday. So this is the day of before everything went to
Yes.
hell and the riots.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it was just the juxtaposition of, or maybe it was last Wednesday. Anyway, from that
Real
to
world.
all of a sudden everything, when the bottom fell out. You thought it was the worst, and then it got
You wore a mask. Everyone in there would
Yep.
wear a mask. Did you play slots?
You
or
have
cards?
to,
played
right?
slots.
You
yeah,
have,
to wear a
mask.
mask.
Yeah.
The blackjack's a little annoying because you're limited to 3,
Okay.
which I get it, but it
Could
takes
you
forever.
play a slot machine next to yours if it was empty and no one was beside you, or are you every other?
It's
no
pretty
matter
much
what?
every other, but there's I think there's old couples that you could tell that they were
Playing right next to each other?
playing right next to each
Okay.
other.
Yeah, which is fine.
But yeah, other than that, it was mostly a lot of places, a lot of parts in there where the machines are shut off in between.
Okay,
so
well, that'll take the temptation away then, won't it?
you will.
Marney, we're going to do some kind of SNL
I'll do it.
trivia next
I'll
Wednesday.
put it together.
Okay.
You don't want to be a
Fun.
part of it?
No, I would like to show
You'd
you
rather-
that I can do something. Or should you just do it?
Well, but I want to be a part of it, but I don't trust you to do it. We're stuck right in the middle here. You're not going
Sauce
to
can do it. Sauce will
You
do
be-
it.
you believe in
Yeah.
him?
Yes.
You have 1 week. You have a week-long
Thanks,
homework.
bare naked ladies.
He's got, but this is, he's
I got
joking,
that.
Thank
but
you.
One
he
week
will
since
wait
you
till
looked
Monday
at
or
me.
Tuesday
I'll
to
do it Monday.
Yeah,
But even
for
so,
sure.
you should be able to put
Okay,
it
you'll
together.
do it for next Wednesday. Some kind of SNL trivia challenge for next Wednesday's show.
Focusing on like
The 90s.
Yeah, 90s to 2000s.
90s,
Like,
early 2000s.
Yeah, I'm fine
okay.
with that.
All right. Thanks,
Thank you,
Marnie.
It's always good to see you. You're wonderful.
Fun guys. Thank you for the scraps.